This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Regina League.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast here in South Charlotte. I'm excited today to have a conversation with Brian Zimmerman, the owner of Zen Windows right here in South Charlotte. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I've heard of you guys, and I know you have a phenomenal reputation here in the area. So I'd love to learn a little bit about you first, and then we'll dive into the business. So tell us about yourself and how you got into this.
Well, I've been in the window industry since the late 90s and spent a lot of years on the manufacturing side and got into the Zen Windows retail side of things 10 years ago. I've got a wife, two wonderful daughters, and 3 puppies.
3 puppies?
Yes.
Oh, that
keeps me busy.
You are a busy man. So I visited your website and, a couple of things stuck out. You seem to have a very unique model and a unique perspective on the customer buying experience. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so most window companies or remodeling companies in general are, in my opinion, kind of still stuck in the 70s. They want to come out to your house and sit down at the kitchen table for 3-4 hours and talk about their products and their service and their company history. And just me as a homeowner and my wife, we just know that most people don't have that kind of time, right? Life is busy right now and people are pulled in so many directions. So we wanted to kind of go in a different direction and try to support the way people like to shop today. I mean, you think about like the Carvanas of the world and how they've changed car shopping. We're trying to do that with windows and doors, and largely we're somewhat of an online buying experience.
So I'm a consumer. I'm thinking of doing a remodel. Explain the process. I guess most of us are going to reach out and figure out several companies. So
sure.
What does that sound like when we reach out to you?
Yeah, so the process is pretty simple. So, with today's technology, there's a great chance that I can probably pull up exterior photos of your home online, right? Whether it's Google Maps or whether it's through a realtor website, or you can go out in your yard and snap 4 pictures and text them to me, right? And from those 4 exterior wall photos, I pretty much know everything I need to know about your home, the size of windows, good enough from a pricing perspective, the style, the designs. And then you can share with me kind of your vision, what you want to do. Are you changing colors? Are you changing options? And from there, with just maybe a short 5-minute phone call, we can email you product brochures, demonstration videos, photos of jobs we've done, quotes, cover everything from how long the process takes to warranty. And we can do that and send that to your email, and you can digest it at any pace that you prefer. And we can leave you alone. We don't have to come to your house and bother you. You can review it at your own pace.
That does sound stress-free. Amazing. So no hauling in sample bags and all of that. That whole process.
No, nothing like that. Now, we live in Charlotte, so if there's some people that prefer, hey, I want to touch and feel something, we're here and we have samples and we can come out and we do that. But it's it's not the dog and pony show, and we're there at your schedule. If we're there more than 15 minutes, we're probably talking about food or sports teams, right? Yeah, or dogs.
Well, it looks like from your website, you can do just about anything. What are some of the biggest trends you're seeing right now in home windows and doors?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of things is probably more simplicity. We're seeing maybe more cleaner, modern lines and things. A real popular thing now is black windows, and sometimes
Right.
that's black on the inside and out. Front doors that are maybe a little bit more modern, sleek designs, less decorative glass and frilly type of things that we saw, a couple decades ago. But we still have all those designs as well, if that's what people prefer, is maybe a more classic look as well. But yeah, you're seeing a lot more simplistic, clean lines.
Well, I definitely see that in Charlotte. I've often wondered, what is the typical lifespan of windows? Let's say you didn't build the home yourself.
Mhm.
What is typical lifespan?
Yeah, so
Or grade or whatever.
unfortunately, builders tend to use kind of the cheapest thing they can when it comes to windows because nobody cares about them, right? I always joke that if they had put in our windows to begin with, I wouldn't be in business, right? They put things in that probably last 10, 15 years, but a good quality replacement product, whether it's mine or any of my competitors, you should be getting 30, 40 years, if not more, out of it. At that point in time, maybe like technology might pass it by. Um, but yeah, we see a lot of people wanting to remodel their house that have homes that are probably 15, 20 years old.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of the homes in, especially the Valentine area, are
Mhm.
25, 30, and
Yeah,
everybody's going with the sleek look, and
yeah.
it's really impressive. I guess there's that battle in your mind. Do I really need to replace them? But I want to because, aesthetically, the trends have just changed so much.
Yeah, and so sometimes if like maybe your windows are made out of wood and you've got lots of rot and repair and paint, maybe it is a need that it's like I'm tired of fixing and patching. In some cases, maybe it's just more aesthetics that like I'm changing the look of my house and people are maybe painting the brick white and they want a black window to go with it and things like that. It just might be time, or they're looking at the energy efficiency aspects of modern products.
Yeah, so speaking of that, has there been a lot of improvements in the last, like you tell us, is it more recent product energy savings?
Yeah, so again, most builders are going to put plain clear glass in the windows because it's cheap and that's not going to really do anything for you. Modern windows, the energy efficient glass systems block about 80% of the heat that would normally come in. They block about 90% of the UV that would fade maybe your hardwood floors, your couches, your furnishings, your carpet, those types of things. So if you've ever seen a dining room where they move the table and the big rug, and you see that the hardwood floors are a different color underneath, you know what we're
Right.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yikes, that would be scary. So, what are some of the misconceptions in the window and door business?
Yeah, I think it doesn't have to be painful, right? Like it's if you were going to buy a car, you have your guard up. You walk into the showroom knowing that you got to negotiate with the salesman, and then you got to get through the sales manager and the games and the gimmicks, and it's not enjoyable. And unfortunately, home improvements are a lot that same way. That they're stuck in that concept of like buy tonight or the price goes up, or I've got a super secret discount that isn't true. Um, it doesn't have to be that way, I guess, is my point. And it can be, I don't want to say enjoyable, but it almost can be enjoyable, right? It doesn't have to be painful, it can be easy.
Well, I sense working with you after visiting your website, and I want all of our listeners to go to Zen Windows, but your titles of your staff, your team, are hysterical. So, first of all, you call yourself Chief Bean Counter. Love that.
Yeah.
And you've got Chief Happiness Officer. So, it's obvious that having fun and keeping things light sounds to me like a mission.
Well, it is. And it's like we don't want to use the words like sales, right? We don't have a sales team. We're not here to sell you anything. We have products for sale, right? And if you would like to buy from us and we're the right company for you, that's great. And if we're not, that's okay too. We know people are going to go out and get a couple quotes, and we encourage that and shop around. And we hope that, you'll find somebody that's right for you. And if that's us, we'd be proud to serve you. But we're not here to try to sell you anything. So yeah, we try to make sure that we have those kind of appropriate titles, that our goal is to create happiness for you. And if that happiness is recommending another person's services, that's what we're going to do too.
Talk to us about your guarantee. I love when you were sharing that with me.
Yeah, so we've got a lifetime warranty on our products and our services, and all those things, are great. But also, there's just kind of that peace of mind assurance. Typical contractor or home improvement company that you're going to work with, they're going to want 20, 30, 40% deposit as soon as you sign. And we know what that leads to, that they now have the money and you're chasing them around. And we're the opposite of that. We don't take a single dime until the project's done and you're happy and you like it. And when you're happy to pay, I'm sure you will. But it's one of those things that, to me as the owner, it changes the mindset of my people, right? I want them to know that we're there to respect your home, to respect you, to treat it like our own. We don't get paid until we do things and do it right. We're not in there to just slam something in and get out the door and run away. And we never want you worrying about like, hey, that guy hasn't called me back. I haven't heard from him in 4 weeks, right? You're in the driver's seat. You have all the money. And we want that. We want you to be comfortable in the process. And, if you go online and you look at all our reviews, I think you'll see that repeatedly, that people's comfort and trust with us is one of their key decision-making factors.
Well, I have to ask, what are you most proud of when you look at this company and what you guys have all built in the last 10 years?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think the reputation is one of the things that I'm most proud of. Like, I don't have to hide from anybody at the grocery store. I don't have enemies out there that are mad at me and hate me. And that's not to say that we're perfect, right? We make mistakes, but we own up to everything and we treat people the right way. We talk about karma a lot out there and doing right by people. And if you look at our reviews, we got 334 reviews on Google, and we have a 5-star rating. And I can tell you, I don't have that many family members that I can ask for reviews. Like, those are legit people.
Right.
But I'm proud of that. I think that, I've instilled that. I've surrounded myself with great people that understand the mission and understand what we're trying to accomplish here. And I've given them the authority to make customers happy, right?
Well, that's fantastic. And you guys are involved in your communities. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have a handful of projects that are near and dear to our heart. One of them is Autism Strong Foundation. We've partnered with them and their AMRAP for Autism event for probably 9 years now. We also are partnered with several food services. One of our favorites is The Bulb, which is an organization that collects food from local farmers, local people that have excess food, restaurants, grocery stores, and then take them into what they consider like food deserts in Charlotte area and do food markets. And one of those things of like, take what you need, give what you can kind of thing. And they're just a great cause that near and dear to my heart.
Oh, I love that. Love it. So as we wrap up, how can our listeners find you guys?
Well, the easiest thing is just go to our website, zenwindows.com. And there's plenty of ways on there to reach out to us, whatever's most comfortable for you, whether you're a text person, an email, a call. We have all those options available for you, whatever's easiest for you.
Well, I think it's amazing, the kind of business model you've created. It's very, very unique. You have a lot to be proud of, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you out in the community.
Likewise.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsouthcharlotte.com. That's gnpsouthcharlotte.com or call 980-351-5719.